One simple thing can really change your business overnight. Maybe it can. My name is Stephen John Moran. About 10 years ago, I had the opportunity to spend some time with Tony Robbins, who has been a mentor of mine for over 30 years. And Tony's the same person that you see on stage and on screen is the same person you'll sit across the table from. He was releasing his book, Money Master the Game. And after talking for a while, I realized that his business had just exploded. And it was always very, very good. But at that point, it had gone from very, very good to like very, 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 very good. So after we were done with lunch, I said, Tony, you know, this is amazing. Like, obviously your business has grown significantly. And it has. And I asked him, well, what was the big thing that really made the difference? And I'll never forget. What he told me, he says, I'll tell you the biggest shift that made the most significant difference for us was that we started offering things to help entrepreneurs. We started dedicating resources and services and programs to help this particular segment of our audience. And it was in that moment that I realized that, you know, what we sell in our businesses is very important, clearly. And of course, it's always a good idea to do a good job, to deliver our promises, but just as important as the what we sell is going to be the who we sell to. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to share a little exercise with you right now that will help you identify who the best possible customer is for your business. Are you ready? Let's go. This is called the Your Best Buyer exercise. So the first thing you want to do in this exercise is identify what it is that you're selling, right? And the price point at which you're selling. And all of that is all up to you, and there's no wrong answer to that. So now the question becomes, okay, who's the best person to sell this to? And here's how to answer the question. Let's pretend for a minute that a new law was passed by Congress, and the law stated that it was illegal for us to take money from our customers until they had gotten the results that they wanted from whatever the product was that we sold them, right? So we can't take any money up front. They have to get results in order for us to get paid. So that's the law in this pretend situation. So if we know that law is true, then what's going to happen is all of our focus needs to start being on who am I going to make my offers to? Who am I going to try to do business with? Because our product and service is always going to remain the same, right? So the difference in results is going to be who we're doing business with. So here's how to find out who your best buyer is. The question that you ask is this: if I can only get paid after my customer got results, what are the 3 biggest characteristics that that customer has to have in order for me to do business with them? And if you think about it in that framework, what it does is it takes 100% of your focus off of you and off of your product and shifts it to the most important person in the equation, which is going to be your customer. I'll give you an example from my own business. I have something called the 8-Week Accelerator Program that entrepreneurs enroll in, where they work with me personally to help, of course, get significant growth in their business. The cost of it is $9,700. Now, let's assume that I was not allowed to get paid my fee until after they had gotten results. Well, if I know this, then it forces my brain to think, okay, what criteria would this person need to have in order for me to work with them under these conditions? It's no longer about me. It's no longer about my program. It's all about that customer. So when answering this question for myself, and I use myself as an example, just to help you along with your process, it's very, very clear to me. The first characteristic they would need to have is they would need to already be a successful business, right? If my job was to help them get more profits and more money, it's a lot easier to grow a business that's already got momentum. The second characteristic they would need to have is that they would need to have a lot of goodwill in their marketplace. If you have a business that's already got a lot of momentum, and you have a lot of business where their customers already really like them, it's not going to be that hard for me to get them the results, of course. The third characteristic they would need to have is they would need to be lovers of marketing and advertising, because that's the way I help my clients. So in this example, if I've got a client that's got a very successful business already with lots of momentum, their customers and clients, the marketplace loves them, and they like marketing and advertising, I would take that bet, right? Don't have to. But in this pretend situation where it's illegal for us to get paid until after they get results, I would happily enter into that arrangement with that particular customer. So your job right now is to ask yourself that question. You know, this weird law was passed, and I could only get paid after they got results. Who would I be willing to spend my time with? What are the 3 big characteristics that they would have to have? Once you answer that question and start focusing just on attracting and servicing those people in your business, my bet is that you will experience incredible growth in your business as well. Once again, my name is Stephen John Moran. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. I look forward to seeing you. Thanks again for taking the time.